Good afternoon, I'm Josh Duncan, and these are some of the top headlines out of the KelownaNow newsroom today. West Kelowna Mounties are touting the results of 20 targeted investigations over recent weeks. Police say they resulted in a large amount of drugs and weapons being confiscated, along with multiple arrests. Significant amounts of suspected fentanyl, methamphetamine, and cocaine were part of the seizures. Officers with the Crime Reduction Unit estimate the amount of fentanyl taken off the streets would equate to around 75,000 lethal doses. Corporal Brian Mulrooney says officers are working tirelessly to identify those responsible for criminal activity in West Kelowna. He added that every weapon seized and drug dealer taken off the street helps reduce the risk of violence and overdose in the city. Pierre Poilievre is heading back to the House of Commons. The Conservative Party of Canada leader triumphed in his by-election efforts last night, winning the Battle River Crowfoot seat by a landslide. Preliminary results from Elections Canada said Poilievre earned over 40,000 votes and more than 80% of the votes in the rural riding. In a victory speech Monday night, Poilievre said getting to know people in his new riding was a privilege in his life. He promised to put Canada first in his return to Parliament next month, saying his party will oppose out-of-control Liberal inflation, crime, immigration, cost of living, and housing crises. Prime Minister Mark Carney took to social media to congratulate Poilievre on the win, promising that Canada's new government will work together to keep building a stronger future for all Albertans and Canadians. Air Canada and the Canadian Union of Public Employees reached a mandated agreement overnight to end a strike by the airline's 10,000 flight attendants. That means flights gradually began to resume today and will ramp up to full operations over the next 10 days. The airline says that some flights will still be canceled during this process until the schedule can be stabilized. The union said the deal marked a transformational change for the industry, adding that unpaid work is over and they've reclaimed their voice and power. As for local flights in and out of Kelowna, Steve McNall has put together an update on that, and you can read it over at KelownaNow.com. It's a new era of play at Mission Creek Regional Park as the Kelowna Park's new playground is open for business. Local officials and families gathered earlier today to mark the grand opening of the refreshed playground, which replaces the aging wood play structure that had been a mainstay at the park for many years. The new structure has accessible equipment, sensory-friendly zones, and a smooth rubber surface to ensure all kids can utilize the playground. The RDCO says it's designed to be a welcoming space for children of all abilities. And it was designed twice, as the original design for the new-look playground was rejected handily by the public when unveiled last September. The RDCO put the project on pause, took some feedback from the community, and came up with this new design that was unveiled in the spring and constructed over recent months. You can find this playground in the Mission Creek Regional Park just off Springfield Road near Costco. In sports, the Kelowna Rockets have signed Tomas Poletin to a WHL contract. Poletin, of course, a big-name addition for the club. He was drafted by Kelowna first overall in the CHL import draft last month and is expected to be a significant piece of the puzzle for the Rockets' Memorial Cup aspirations. Poletin is from Czechia, but played last season in Finland between the U20 League and Professional League. Just days before the Rockets made him the top pick in the import draft, he was actually drafted in the 4th round of the NHL draft by the New York Islanders. He will attend Isles training camp next month before coming to Kelowna and joining the Rockets. That is expected to happen before the WHL team season begins on September 19th. Wrapping up with a quick look at the forecast. Small chance of showers this evening, then cloudy overnight. Mix of sun and cloud tomorrow, high of 26 degrees, before we begin a stretch of hotter days and plenty of sunshine on Thursday. That is all for me today, but you can read up on all these stories and plenty more at KelownaNow.com. Have yourself a great evening. I'll be back in this chair tomorrow afternoon for a look at some Hump Day headlines. See you then.
We don't just report the news, we live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence.